Welcome back, everyone. Today, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the greatest common factor. This video is more of an introduction that's going to go over the basics. If you'd like some more complex examples, I have a video on that as well. Okay, so key concepts. The greatest common factor is the largest number that evenly divides two or more numbers without a remainder. And for simple examples like the ones we'll go over today, the goal is we need to list each of the factors and we need to choose the greatest number that appears on both the lists. So the first one says, what is the greatest common factor of 8 and 12? So to figure this out, first I'm going to write all the factors of 8, then all the factors of 12, and then we're going to find out the biggest one that makes it on both lists. So in terms of 8, what are the factors of 8? Well, 1 times 8 is 8, so therefore 1 and 8 are both factors. 2 times 4 also is equal to 8, and so 2 and 4 are both factors. And that's all the factors of 8. Now, what about 12? Well, 1 times 12 is 12, so 1 and 12 are factors. 2 times 6 is 12, so 2 and 6 are factors. And 3 times 4 is 12, and so 3 and 4 are factors. So to find the greatest common factor, I need to know what's the greatest number that appears on both these lists. And that number is 4. 4 appears on both lists, and there is no number greater than 4 that also appears on both lists. 8 is greater, but it only appears on the first list. 6 and 12 are also greater, but they only appear on the second list, not the first one. Whereas 4 is the greatest number that appears on the list for 8 and on the list for 12. And so my answer for the GCF of 8 and 12 would be equal to 4. Let's do a second example. What is the greatest common factor of 15 and 25? So once again, to find out the greatest common factor, one way we can do it for small numbers is to write out all the factors for each. So what are the factors of 15? Well, 1 times 15 is 15, and 3 times 5 is 15, and those are the only two ways to make 15. So the factors are 1, 3, 5, 15. What about 25? Well, 1 times 25 is 25, and also 5 times 5 is 25. So the factors of 25 are 1, 5, 25. Then I'm going to find the greatest number that's on both lists, and this time that number is 5. On the first list, 15 is greater, but it only appears on the first list. And in the second list, 25 may be greater as well. It is great. In fact, it is greater, but it only appears on the second list, whereas 5 is the largest number that does appear on both lists. So therefore, the GCF of 15 and 25 is equal to 5. As always, if you do have any questions, feel free to leave those down in the comment section, and we'll see you for the next one.